Hello, beautiful, and welcome to the Prosperous Womb. In today's video, we're going to talk about selling with love, selling high-ticket coaching offers with love because love always wins. And we have a question from Kathleen who asked, hey, how can I sell with love? I am tired and frustrated in my high-ticket coaching business because for the last 3 years, I have been diving into the pain, drilling into it like a root canal. I have been using the fake urgency, the whole only 2 spots left in the program, so buy now. I've been using what I think is manipulation and control and fear-based strategies to run my business, and it's wearing thin on my conscience and also making me feel bad. I don't have conviction in my offers right now, which is probably the reason why I'm leaning on fear more than love. Who do I need to be and what do I need to do? You talk a lot about identity. How can I use my identity to sell with love? Okay, Kathleen. So I always start with, I don't have the answers to anything. I'm not Chat GPT, but I do have, my own insights, my perspective on selling with love, because yes, I do go on and on about identity and who we're being in the world. So let's start with that premise, okay? Let's start with the premise that love will always win. And that when we're selling or doing anything in our business, love always wins. High ticket sales, marketing strategies, lead generation, whatever it is we're doing, messaging, love will always win. So love is love, right? Love cannot hurt. Love cannot manipulate. Love cannot dial into the pain because God is love. And God created all of us. So we are connected to God, which means our essence, our being, who we are. The beginning is love. The end is love. In between is love, and the other choices that we make personally. Because we're connected to God, we cannot separate from that love. So because we can't separate from God's love. Love is love, and it's in us and in our coaching businesses, whether we believe in God, whether we choose not to believe in God, whether we like the name God, whether we hate the name God, we are still fully loved and fully supported, which means love is our essence and our being. It's encoded in our identity and who we be and what we do in the world. Selling with love is not a 5-step process. You can't goal your way into love. You can't perfect your way into love. And you can't mindset hack yourself into love, okay? You can't strategize yourself into love. You can be who God has called you to be in the world, your identity, and serve in your assignment, choosing to come from a place of love. Now, what does that look like practically in real life in your coaching business? So let's bring it down. Our core values come from love, authenticity, whatever it is that we're choosing as our core value to create our transformational portals, the offers, that's coming from a place of love because soul is creating those offers through us in our prosperous womb. And we get to midwife the magic, the uniqueness, the gifts, the expression, the essence of who we're being and put into the transformational portal, the high ticket coaching offer, and be that abundance portal in the world for our clients. That is love. The desire to start a coaching business comes from the love that we have of sharing God's gifts in the world. That's why we're choosing to be heart-centered business women. And that's why it's challenging for us to charge for it, because we believe that love does not charge. No, love charges. You pay for the gifts. The love itself is free. It's who you're being. Your work is the portal of your identity, your assignment in the world. You charge for that. It's the most expensive thing you'll ever sell is your offers, because they come from pure love, okay? Now, there are only 2 paradigms in the world. Only 2, love and fear. Every mindset thing you learn, every psychologist or psychiatrist tells you, whatever any coach does, look at the words. They fall in either one of 2 paradigms. It's either love or fear. People pleasing, fear. Manipulation, fear. Control, fear. Standing in your power, love. Conviction, love. Charging the value of your work, love. Everything falls into one of the two. So look at your own business today and see, where am I coming from and what am I leading with? Is it fear or is it love? Everything falls into one of those two, okay? So what are you leading with in your business? When you partner with your clients, in your offers, in your messaging, in your marketing, in your niche, in your signature system, in your sales, the first thing you need to do to sell with love is to see yourself the way God sees you. Not to wait for anyone to see you first and tell you who you are and how you should be and what you should do, but to stand in your prosperous womb and see yourself the way that God sees you first. If you don't see yourself the way God sees you, you cannot see your clients the way God sees them. And you cannot create, first of all, the offer that they deserve. And you cannot sell to them in the way that says, I see you, I hear you, I know you. You can sell from a place of, don't reject me. I'm afraid you're going to say no. What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not tall enough? What if I'm not pretty enough? What if I don't sound like a spiritual coach? Fear. People pleasing is selling with love. Opting out of the people pleasing paradigm to step into the power of who God says you are and see yourself the way He sees you is the first step to selling with love. So how do you see yourself? There's no formula. There's no strategy. You're not going to hack your way into seeing yourself how God sees you. You're going to choose to be who He says you are in the world. I don't care if you tell yourself you're authentic or whatever else word you use in the world. Who are you being in the world? Where you come from, who you're being, is how you sell. It's how you message. It's how you market. It forms the thoughts you think. Oh, is my offer good enough? Ooh, am I sure that they want this? Ooh, do I already know it's going to be a yes? Do I already believe it's going to be a success? Or what if nobody wants it? There. Sell with love. There's no formula. When we are selling with fear, we get distracted by our own power. Because we're so powerful, we don't want to stay in that energy. So we get distracted by asking if we're good enough, by saying we have imposter syndrome, by saying, what is the how? How is the biggest form of distraction from our power? Asking how. And then we start to point the finger and criticize each other. She's doing it wrong because she's selling with fear-based strategies. She's doing it wrong because she uses fake urgency in her business. That's coming from fear. I'm doing it right because of X. That's coming from fear. Pure love, coming from God, unconditional love to create the work you do in the world and stay in your lane and give yourself the grace and compassion to run your race at your own pace. That is selling with love, not looking to the left or to the right. When I'm hiring a coach, please don't tell me how much money you made last month. I could give a rat's butt. I don't care about your testimonials. There's only one thing I care about. Where are you coming from? Which paradigm are you coming from? Fear or love? Because if you're coming from the love paradigm, I can create anything that God put me here to do. If you come from fear-based paradigm, then I'm going to have to use these tactics and that strategy and this and that to do what I want to do. No, because love wins. Fear doesn't. The willpower from fear is like gas in the car. It eventually runs out. So whether you're choosing a husband, a coach, whatever, what paradigm is your spouse coming from? Is it fear or is it love? What paradigm is your coach coming from? What paradigm are you coming from? What paradigm are the people you hang out with coming from and surround yourself coming from when you create boundaries? Selling with love is creating boundaries where you stand only with people who are standing in their own power enough to see your power and allow you to shine. So when you're in your mastermind, be sure that those people are powerful enough in themselves so they see your own power and allow you and let you shine and stand for your shine. Then it's supposed to sell with love. Because sometimes we do come from love and then we get attached into these coaching containers where everybody's fear-based and can't stand in their own power enough to let us shine. So we detract, we contract and come into a place of fear and start selling with these strategies that make us cringe. But we do it because that's what the whole group is doing. That's what's in the coaching industry. I don't want to be weird, but you are weird because you're selling and making it weird. The whole playing the good girl, that's not selling with love. Step out of the good girl paradigm. Everyone is good because God created us all. So get over yourself, okay? So just drop the good girl thing and charge the value of your work. Love your clients enough to choose yourself, which means charge the value of your work by owning your self-worth, by owning the value of who God put you in the world as, which is infinite being. By not delegating the infinite power that God has put inside of you to the trees and the animals and the crystals. You're the most powerful thing. Getting that thing and bringing it into your home and putting it on your desk does not make you powerful. You were powerful before the thing. There's no entrapment, no contraption, no thing outside of you that is more powerful than you. The way you dress is not what makes you powerful. Where you live doesn't make you powerful. What you drive doesn't make you powerful. What you say doesn't make you powerful. It's all underlying that paradigm of fear. Who you are being in the world, and know and remember who you are. That's what makes you powerful. That's what allows you to sell from love. It allows you to dial in your messaging and eliminate faster all the people who don't resonate with you, so they can get out of your business, get out of your audience, get out of your life. So you can focus with love on the people that you really want to work with and you enjoy being yourself with. That is selling with love. Selling with love is charging the full value of your work so that nobody has to owe you energetically. Charging the full value for your spiritual gifts, for whatever gifts you have, so that no one has to owe you energetically. So when people say I'm being authentic and I'm selling with love, I'm coming from love, it's complete bullshit if you're undercharging. That is the worst thing. Undercharging and asking the how, that is how you know you're not coming from love. Nah, you're not. Selling from love means being excited about the thing you've co-created with God, that transformational portal. And you can't wait to share it with the world. So you're not afraid to sell it. And you don't make selling weird because you love. It is the beginning, the end. It is the Alpha, the Omega. Love is God. God in you, the hope of his glory in the world. Sharing your gifts that he's put in you. Being heaven here on earth. Not trying to run out of whatever dimension you're in to get to a different dimension because you're making this one bad. But seeing through the eyes and the promises of God and relating that way. Selling with love is in connecting genuinely with people, creating real relationships with people, and then inviting them into a conversation. That's selling with love. You're not an endodontist. You don't need to do root canals on people's pain. There's no need for oral surgery. If that's a strategy you want to use, that's great. We all have a choice to sell. We can all decorate our houses the way we want to. We can all parent the way we want to. Just because one person beats their child with a belt doesn't make them a bad parent, because what you do is hug your child and say, honey, don't do that again. We all parent differently. We all sell differently, and we all do everything differently, thank God. But what we all have in common is that God created us with a love code in us, because he is in us, not in the sky somewhere, but in us. And because of that, love has to win. No matter how controlling, manipulative, and scared you are. So believe in who God has already said you are. Believe that your transformational portal is a portal of abundance for your client. Believe that people want the thing you have, because you cannot make it. You would not have made it or even desired to sell it if nobody wanted it. It's impossible. And assume that they say yes, and be shocked when they don't. Okay? When you get on the airplane and the pilot turns the plane on and it comes on, does he run to the back and say, oh my God, the plane came on and lifted off? Wasn't it supposed to? That's how you need to see your sales. That's how you need to see yourself. That's the power you need to walk around with. Enough of it so it can shed on other people and they can step into their own power. And you don't have to save anyone. Selling with love is not trying to save clients or teaching them what to do or making them think, oh, I'm here, I need you up here. Selling with love is co-creating with your clients. And I'm assuming you're a coach watching this, not a teacher or mentor or strategist, because I'm assuming those have to teach. I'm assuming you're a coach and you're co-creating with your client because they have the same power and love that you have inside of you. You ain't nothing special. Everybody is special. So if you came here looking for a 5-step process, like I said, you can't hack your way, formula your way, strategize your way into being love and selling with love. It's who you've been in the world. It's a place to come from and not a place to get to. Just like a goal. Let me know how this lands for you. It's been good having you.